Hey guys, my name is Donnie and welcome to my workshop. So in today's video, I'm going to continue fabricating all the parts needed to make up this Jaguar's hood. But before we do that, I just want to address the elephant in the room. Some of you guys might not know this, but the way that I earn my income is that I am a mechanic. Doing these projects is my passion. This is what I love doing. And that is why I started this YouTube channel, because I don't want to be a mechanic for the rest of my life. I have decided that making and building these projects is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So what I'm getting at, guys, is that if you enjoy these videos and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, because it is free and it helps the YouTube algorithm promote these videos, and hopefully I'll be able to grow the channel to such a point that I will no longer need to do mechanical work for a living. But in any case, guys, let's get back to this job and we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, so continuing on the front of this hood, I have now laid out a pattern for the one section on top. I'm going to be making four more sections. It's going to be this one, then the one at the bottom, and then the two sides. And I just want to show you with this pattern once again why it is so beneficial. Making these patterns really helps to tell you what is going to have to happen with the aluminium. Like for instance, if you're looking at this lip over here, this entrance to the radiator, my logic tells me that I'm gonna probably have to shrink the aluminium going on the inside because it's going over, and then I need to shrink it. But now that I've made this pattern and I folded it over, let me just put this camera in, and I gently manipulate this piece of paper and fold it over, I can see that it won't need to be shrunken. In actual fact, it's going to have to get stretched on the sides for the aluminium to go in there. So that's why it is so nice to have these patterns. It really tells you exactly what you're going to need to do to the aluminium for it to fit this buck. So I'm going to be cutting this now on a piece of aluminium, and then I'm going to start shaping the top part, and then I will be stretching it in to this hole where the radiator is going to go, this air hole, and I'll stretch the sides out, and hopefully we're going to get a piece that fits properly on this back. Alright guys, time for an update. I am now busy with this front piece and it's getting there, but I'm struggling to hold it down on this buck to try and get this shape in the front. And I think the best way for me to get this shape to be exactly what this one is by holding it down in position and then forming it on this buck. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be fastening down that piece of aluminium with these self-tapping screws in position, and then I can start forming it with the hammer on the form. And there is a name for this process, the hammer and the form, and they call it hammer forming. Very original. So I'm going to give that a go and see if I can get some good results with this nose. Let's go. Right guys, so this idea of holding this piece down with some screws really worked out very nice, because I was now able to duplicate those edges exactly. So this piece is done. It fits very nice. All I need to do now is do the underside and the two corners, and then I'll be done with all the fabrication work for this bonnet. Let's go. Right, there we go guys. All the pieces for this bonnet has now been made. These were the last pieces to make. I've done that, and now this bonnet is ready to start welding together. I think let me just put those pieces on top of this bonnet so we can see what the big picture looks like. Nice. Right guys, so there we go. I've put everything together, and now you can really see what the picture is gonna look like when it is done. It is looking absolutely fantastic, and if you put it next to the rear section, this thing is gonna be beautiful and shiny. Now guys, if there's something that I've learned in this video or this week, it is that holding these pieces down with some self-tapping screws really helped me to keep it in place while I was hammering on it and so on. And the other thing is that this hammer forming is a whole lot of fun, but you must use a very small ball peen hammer so that when you are hitting down on the aluminium, it doesn't impact the fiberglass too much, and therefore preventing it to crack. So just using a small hammer and tapping it multiple times really helped me get the form of that inlet over there. So that was a whole lot of fun. I've left a whole lot of meat on the aluminium for where the headlights are gonna come, so I can form and shape them. But guys, there's gonna be a lot of welding on this part, on this panel. Even though I tried making them as large as possible, there's gonna be probably 3 times more welding as what I had to do on the rear section. So I'm going to take it one piece at a time, and I'm going to weld everything together, and then making this one larger piece. But guys, this is really looking beautiful. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm going to probably cry the day that this car leaves my workshop. It is just coming out so beautiful. Anyway guys, thank you guys for joining me once again, and I hope to see you next week. Cheers!